the J.P. Morgan Healthcare Conference in San Francisco, and joining me in the studio this afternoon is George Yeh from TLC. George, good to see you.
Yes, nice meeting you.
So George, I know that your company is focused on some innovative therapies, more effective therapies, I should say, in the area of oncology and pain management. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're working on?
Sure. TLC, basically, we use our unique nanoparticle delivery system, really doing two things. One is really on the targeting delivering side. The other one is sustained release. On the targeting delivery side, basically, we're able to bring drug from A place to B place much more efficient. We can bring high payload of drug to the site. So one of the challenge for a lot of traditional type of oncology product is the toxicity. So by packing high loads of these using our technology, we're able to bring it to the target site and releasing it. So that's on the targeting side.
Okay, so can we step back for just
sure.
a minute here? Let's talk about that because
Yeah.
I'm very interested in that and the whole area of precision medicine. So your delivery system is taking in the normal or the
Right.
old treatments,
Right.
right, in oncology.
Right.
A lot of the treatments would damage some of the good cells
Yes.
around the tumor that we're trying to get rid of. The way that I'm understanding you telling me is your delivery mechanism is hitting that target right square on, minimizing the effect that it's having on the good tissue or the good cells around that tumor.
Right, you're totally correct. So basically, so as we understand in terms of the tumor site, what it does is it starts to grow into a tumor, and you see a lot of leaky area especially near the tumor site. And this leaky area is usually about 400 to 500 nanometer. The way we do it, we design our nanoparticle to be about 80 to 100 nanometer. So when it delivers to the sites, it can permeate through. We're looking about, traditionally probably less than 1% get to the target site. We're able to bring up to the 10%. Now, 10% is still not that big, but if you're comparing to the original 1%, you're looking about 10 times, which means you can use lesser dose and then much more efficiently to the target site. And then at the same time, during the delivering process, the drug is being protected. That's how it's not creating any toxicity in the delivering process.
So 1% the old way, 10% in your way.
Yes.
Delivering right to that target,
Yes.
right to that tumor.
Yes.
And then lowering the toxicity that
Yes.
the patient and some of the side effects that we normally see in patients that are under care for cancer.
Right. And then we even take it another step further. Basically, by adding antibody or ligand on the surface of these nanoparticles, so not only get to the tumor site, we're able to trigger these receptors on the tumor site, such as HER2 overexpressed type of patient, able to bring the nanoparticle inside to the cellular. So imagine it's like bombing it outside and then going into the house and then bomb it. That's how it works.
Yeah. So George, where are we? When can we expect this novel technology to be brought to market?
Okay, so we already have the nanoparticle that launched in Asia already. We have a product which is targeting for ovarian cancer patients. It's already launched in Asia, and hopefully we'll bring that to the US as well as in Europe soon. We also have a couple of clinical programs. One is basically for liver cancer patient that's in phase 2 type of clinical trial right now. As you know, the area that we're in Asia, HCC is probably the most deadly disease in that area, and there's not that many good treatment for it. One of the things is we're able to treat patient right now. Right now, it's in phase 2 clinical.
So TLC, what's on the horizon? You've got these products in market. What are your research scientists working on next?
Okay, that's a very good question. So there's also another type of depot technology that we're working on. is mostly targeting into as a sustained release type of platform. So we're able to develop these type of depot technology, put in different pocket of space, such as ophthalmology, such as OA. So one of the challenge for ophthalmology right now is, especially for these type of renal disease, you need to inject it intravitreally once every month or once every 2 months. Okay, and if you imagine this patient, they're usually at late 50, and let's say if they have a lifespan going to 80, 90, you need to inject it probably close to 300 plus times. Our depot technology allowed the drug to sustain release, so we can do it once every 4 to 6 months instead of once every month. So you dramatically reduce the dose frequency, like 300 times. You can divide it by 6, which is much less. I mean, it's still not as good, but you're looking at about 1/6 of it at a time. And then now this is in a clinical program as well.
So George, is this an injectable or an oral solid? Or
it's an injectable. It's an injectable. It's still intravitreal because it's very hard, especially for AMD, these type of patients. It's very hard to bring the drug to the back of the eye orally, and so it's still in an intravitreal type of injection.
Yeah. Well, George, it's fantastic work that you're doing. I really admire the products that you're bringing to market. I know that the FDA, especially in some of the oncology areas, is really looking to fast track some of these therapies and get them to market quicker to save patients' lives. Are you able to take advantage of some of that fast track programs that the FDA has?
Yes, no, that's a very good question, Dave. So one of our oncology product that's targeting for liver cancer, we got the orphan drug status. Right now it's in phase 2. We are planning our discussion with FDA right now on the special protocol, which will allow us to fast track and to define the pivotal endpoint. And once we reach that, and of course they will tend to fast track that if you do reach that endpoint.
Well, George, this is certainly great news for patients and caregivers. I wish you all the best, and please keep us posted on your progress.
Okay, well, thank you very much.